everyone, I'm Rachel. In this tutorial, I want to teach you how to color a realistic wet hand or water droplets using the Color Therapy app. I made the background dark so to draw more focus on the water. It can be helpful to find a reference to help with the water droplets. If you'd like to follow along, search for this image in the search box under Wash Your Hand. Alright, so start off by tapping to fill in the skin color of your choice. I'll be using the fourth color on the second row of the Skin Shades palette. Tapping to fill that in. Select the AIRBRUSH tool now. Set the size at 100 and opacity at 40. So in the Skin Shades palette, go to the first color on the last row, a nice dark brown, and make sure coloring inside the lines mode is set to off. Now we can just go ahead and shade across the bottom of the hand. I'm just using the template as it shows the shadow on the bottom of the hand. We're gonna have it be lighter on the top of the hand. So I just did a couple layers going across very loosely. And now just go to the very last color on the Skin Shades palette. Let's lower the size to 50 now. Let's spray a few more layers. So just in the same way, following the shadow that's already there. It can be loose as well. Now over in the Hair Shades palette, let's select a reddish color. So I'm gonna use the third color from the right on the top row. Now let's set the size at 85 and opacity at 30. Gonna spray over the bottom of the hand again. You can kind of bring it up into the middle of the hand. So we're kind of adding a bit of redness to the hand, bringing some life into it. Back over in the Skin Shades palette, now go to the third color on the last row. Set the size down to 70 and opacity can be the same and just add in a little more shadow here. So we're gonna just bring it up into the hand, just following the shaded area. So just building up more and more shadows. Now let's go over to the last color in the Skin Shades palette. Let's lower the size down to 10 now. And now we're gonna outline the very edges of the fingers and the bottom of the hand. And just repeat now the same steps with black. Outlining that thumb, the wrist, and then the bottom of the hands. Now to make it look realistic, you just need to blend with the smear tool. So let's set the size at 30 and intensity at 100. And just go ahead and start to blend and smear. We just want to make it look realistic before we add any of the water. That's our first step. So now you can turn coloring inside the lines mode to on and just begin to blend and smear. The larger areas you can raise the size to 65 if needed. So when you're done with that, let's color the background dark. I just used the darkest color from the Dark Shades palette and tap to fill that in. So now let's draw the water. Let's go ahead and sample a skin color. So I'm just holding my finger down from the lighter area. Using the AIRBRUSH tool, let's set the size to 10 and opacity at 100. So I'm gonna start off with just drawing some water coming down right here. So I'm just gonna draw little lines and dots, just coming down and creating a little drip. Kind of like that. Now sample a darkest skin color and lower the size down to 5 and just repeat in the same way. So just draw little lines and dots where we want that drip to be coming down. And now I'm going to use black, and with the black I'm lowering the size down to 1 and I'm just going to outline the bottom of the drip with that black and then bring it up into the skin just a little bit. Not all the way though, just a little bit onto the skin. Now we're going to add white just in the same way. So go ahead and add in little dots and lines again. You can add it into the skin now too. You can make little dots and little areas on the skin now. You can make little circles too. You can also add in gray or blue from the basic palette. It's up to you, just little areas here and there reflecting color or light. So to blend it, set the smear tool to size 5 and intensity at 100. Now gently blend and swirl in those colors. You can also go back over it with little white dots if you lost some of the reflection. Now you can apply the same steps to all over the hand. Now I'm going to show you how to draw the faucet water coming down as well. For that, let's set the size at 6 and opacity at 100. This time I'll just start with black. I'm just going to draw some lines coming down, kind of just a little, just like swirling down a little bit from a faucet. And I'll use white and make sure coloring inside the lines mode is set to off. So I'm just adding in more little lines and curving dots, just curving down to the hand. And I might add a little blue or gray as well from the basic palette. You can also sample a little skin color and just pop it into the bottom of the faucet coming down. And then last, you just smear that. So for the smear tool, set it at size 30 and intensity at 100. And just blend and swirl the colors into each other downward. So to finish it off, just draw in many more little drips and drops and draw little circles coming off too as if they're splashing off the hand. If you'd like to see more tutorials like this, Don't forget to subscribe to the Color Therapy YouTube channel so you don't miss any new tutorial videos. Thanks for watching our tutorial. You can get the Color Therapy app for free on the App Store.